Hey y'all, welcome back to the shop. Now today we're going to take my bare bones basic router table and upgrade it into something a bit more awesome. We're going to add some really cool accessories and a ton of storage. So we got a lot to do. Come on, let's get started. So the first thing we got to do is get all this old stuff out of the way. I remove the router, remove the fence, take off the stop switch, and finally remove the router plate. And now I cut down some 3/4 inch plywood to use as the inserts for the sides of the cabinet. And once these side pieces fit nicely in the frame, I need to take a measurement from the inside of the leg to the panel so that I can mill up some spacers to install the drawers. I glue the spacers in place and use another piece of 3/4 inch plywood on top of those. This will put the drawer slides perfectly flush with the front leg of the cabinet. When you're attaching the drawer slides, pay very close attention to the orientation so that you don't make two left sides for your cabinet. I had a little bit of this black paint laying around, so I decided I'd paint the sides of the cabinet. You can do whatever you want with yours, but I thought this would look pretty good, so hey, I decided to give it a try. But once the paint and the glue is dried, I attach the side panels. Just clamp them in place and secure them with a couple of pan head screws. I don't know about you, but I think painting these panels black was a really good choice. Good job. Now that I've got the side panels secured in place, I can install the drawer boxes. Here I'm just using a thin piece of plywood to get the drawer box up off of the frame so that I can attach the drawer slides. If you want to know how I make really strong drawer boxes really fast, I've got a video explaining step by step how I go through the process. Be sure and check it out. I got a link in the description. With the drawer box sitting in position on the piece of plywood, I put screws in the first two holes of the drawer slides. After that, I can remove the drawer and add the final screws into the back. Now we can install our perfectly fitting drawer and play with it a couple of times, because that's just what you do when you install a drawer. Then we just repeat the same process to install the second smaller drawer. Dust collection and router chips have always been a big problem with this table, so I'm installing a Dust-Rite router table dust bucket, which is going to be a major improvement to dust collection. I'm going to use a couple of pocket screws to hold in this divider, and this is to give the false front that I'm going to install later something that it can rest on. One really interesting part of this build was figuring out the layout for all the accessories that I wanted to go into the upper drawer. Once I had everything laid out exactly where I wanted it, I marked the locations and then drilled a couple of holes so that I could attach some dowels to help hang everything on. The crank for the router lift is a bit too tall to fit in the drawer, so I had to come up with an interesting cradle to hold it. Yeah, really great job focusing in on the action there. I need to fire my cameraman, but he also happens to be my narrator. Wait, what? The top drawers get installed the same as the lower ones, but instead of having a drawer slide on the left and a right, I have two vertical drawer slides to add stability. And with that, we have working drawers. Time to celebrate. Next, I'll cut down another piece of 3/4 inch plywood so I can start making the drawer fronts. I gotta show y'all this really neat trick that I just picked up for installing drawer pulls. This is one of the best tricks that I've seen in a long time to get drawer pulls centered every time. So let me show you how this works. All right, so I want to get this drawer pull mounted dead center in my drawer, but I don't have a jig that actually fits this distance. So I found a really neat trick on how to do this. First, you just got to measure from the center of one hole to the center of the other hole. So you've got the center to center distance between the two mounting holes in the drawer pull. And when I did that, it comes out to 2 7/16 of an inch. So I just put that measurement on my adjustable square, and I go in from each corner and make a mark. Now we just take a straight edge or a long ruler and place it on your mark and go to the opposite corner and make a line. Do that for the other one. Go to my mark in the opposite corner and make a line. I'll do that for the other side as well. I go from the mark to the opposite corner. And finally this one, from mark to opposite corner. And what that's going to do is you're going to make this X on the front of your drawer. And where these two lines intersect, that is exactly where you want to make your holes for your mounting hardware. If you release this over there, you should see it lines up perfectly with those two holes, and now it's dead center in the middle of that drawer. Now to attach the false front, I made it a little bit bigger than the opening in the middle of the router table, and I'm going to use these rare earth magnets to hold it in place up against the metal frame. Using a Forstner bit, I make a hole just deep enough so that the magnet can sit flush with the front of the panel. To attach the magnets, I just scuff them up a little bit on a piece of sandpaper and then use a drop of CA glue to hold them in place. I give the drawer fronts a quick sanding and then a couple of coats of water-based poly. While I wait on the finish to dry on the drawers, I go ahead and install the router lift. It's a lot easier to do this if you flip the router lift upside down. That way all of the posts aren't getting in the way of the adjustment screws. Then I can install the router and drop the lift into place. And now I can reinstall my switch and connect the dust collection. To get an even reveal all the way around my drawer fronts, I use the old playing card trick. I just put even stacks of playing cards on each side and the rest of the drawer on top of them. For the side to side, I'm just eyeballing it here. I temporarily secure the drawer front with 2 screws through the front. These go right where the mounting hardware goes, so you won't see them once I put the handle in place. Then I can pull the drawer front out and put some more screws in from the back to secure the drawer front. Then I just remove the 2 front screws and attach the drawer handle. And then we just repeat the same process for the second drawer. And with all of our drawer fronts installed and the center panel put into place, I can take a moment to admire the handiwork before I start filling this thing up with all of my bits and accessories. And this new router lift makes it so much easier to change bits in the router. I don't have to pull the router out from the bottom, change the bit, and then reinstall the router. I can do everything from above the table. And changing the bit height is not only faster, but a lot more accurate.
All right, y'all, we did it. This was a really fun build, and it's going to be a huge improvement to the shop. So let me know down in the comments what you liked about this build, or maybe what you would do differently. If you want to build one yourself, I've got some links in the description to all the tools and products that I used today. Go ahead and leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe, and go check out some of these other great videos. Thank you.